Hi guys, good morning. I'm about to start my day, and I think what I'm gonna do for my first tea is open up this one. It's from my advent calendar, my Sips by one, and it's an organic gunpowder green tea by Bare Leaves. So I'm gonna start with that, and every single day I do a matcha shot, and I have this really good matcha from Naoki. I love the packaging. Look how cute, right? They sent me like a bunch of different matchas. So I'm going to go ahead and make those. So to make my matcha, I just use, this is my favorite bowl. And then inside here, there's actually this like aluminum bag just to keep it extra fresh. And I put a rubber band around it to keep it sealed. It's really like green and beautiful. And I do 2 scoops with the David's Tea matcha spoon. So this is how it looks before I make it. The powder is really gorgeous and vibrant green. And this particular matcha I noticed has like a really beautiful like oceanic flavor. Since matcha is, you know, grown and everything in Japan near the ocean, sometimes you get that really beautiful beach air sort of taste in it, in addition to like that green vegetal note that you always get in matcha. I'm loving this one. And let's go ahead and make it. I have my cup of my gunpowder green tea, and let's try it together because I haven't tried this one yet. It's nice. But it has like a really nice roasty green tea flavor. I really enjoy this. I'm gonna grab the packaging so we could read like what it says because I'm curious now. I do wish that the little bags were resealable because I usually don't drink more than 1 cup of the same tea in a day. So I drink it like throughout different days. So what I do to keep it fresh is I kind of like roll it and put a rubber band around it. But if it did have like a little resealable thing, that would be cool. But also like it is kind of motivation to drink through it a little faster. I finished 2 already, and I've been like saving them because I plan to do sort of an overview video. I'll probably film that today. But anyway, this gunpowder tea is organic, which is awesome, and it's by Bare Leaves. And it says, the leaves of this famous Chinese green tea are rolled into shapes that resemble gunpowder. It produces a bolder flavor than most green teas. And it's just straight, so it says organic green tea from China. Green teas from China are fired in like a big like wok pan, whereas green teas from Japan are steamed. So that's why the ones from Japan are more like bright green and more, oh, I could show you how the tea looks too, because I didn't show making it. I don't want all my videos to be like the same, you know, but here's how it looks. It's like these little pellets, and that's where it gets the name gunpowder. So it's like these little balls, kind of like an oolong, but a little bit different in the way that they're like grown and processed and everything. If you are interested in that kind of stuff, like I am, I did write an ebook about the different like tea types and the ways that they're processed. So I always keep that linked in the descriptions of my videos as well. But today's Monday. This was from yesterday, so I have another Advent tea I get to try today, so that's exciting. We'll do that for sure. I had a really productive weekend. I edited all of the videos I have filmed so far because my husband is studying for another exam. He works in finance, so he has to like go through and get all these certifications, and it feels like every holiday season he has like a big exam or something to study for. And honestly, like it's a blessing, especially right now. Like it's It sucks because I want to do more Christmas stuff. Like we haven't got the chance to decorate our Christmas tree together yet or anything like that. But we have watched a lot of Christmas movies together. So we've done a lot, but also he's really busy. So I took advantage of the weekend while he was studying and just edited all of my videos. I have 2 packages to ship at the post office. I sell on Poshmark. I never mentioned it till last week on my tea I drink in a day I did last week. I resell things. So I have a lot of really amazing vintage pieces that I collected throughout like the years. I used to be really into vintage. And then, you know, whenever my mom does a closet clear out, my mom has really good taste. So she'll always give me her old things, and I'll like sometimes buy things to resell. Just a lot of cool stuff. So I never talk about it on here because I don't want to be like always selling something. I want, you know, that's not why I'm here. But I do also, that's kind of a side hustle for me, is reselling things, and it's been very good for me. We were supposed to be going to Florida in January, and we were looking at properties because we're planning to move. So my parents like rented a couple different houses for different cities that we wanted to go to like look. Like they have a place that they wanted to look at to maybe become like snowbirds and go back and forth. And then Gerald and I were gonna look in Orlando. So we had like this whole trip planned since last year, thinking, you know, we planned it before the pandemic even, so we had no idea what was gonna happen. But we were planning to go forward with it because every month it's like we think, oh, next month will be better, or next, you know. But me and my mom came to the realization that like, no, it's not gonna be better by January. And even though we were gonna be like staying in a house and just like living there, I found out that Florida doesn't have a statewide mask mandate, and that really scared me. And we just didn't feel comfortable because even like just staying in a house, there's still gonna be times where we're gonna have to go somewhere, at least in public. We've spent almost a year at this point making sacrifices because it's my worst fear for my parents to get sick. And I'm just like, you know what? I know my dad's gonna be upset about canceling, but when it comes down to it, I'd rather my dad be mad at me or a little disappointed or upset or whatever, you know, whatever worst case scenario would be, if he's angry that I don't want to go and all that. Like, I'm like, you know what? I'd rather have an upset dad than one who gets sick. So we canceled it. We went to Florida so many times to plan our wedding, and even just the fact that we got to have a real wedding like the one we always wanted, and it was a destination in Florida, I really can't complain. Like, I can really only be grateful. We did lose 2 family members to the virus, but like my number one fear is for like my immediate family, like my parents, my in-laws. Like, I just want them safe and healthy. But every time I get upset and I'm like, this is unfair, we have to cancel our trip, honestly, like, it could be so much worse. So it's sad to cancel a trip, but it would be even sadder if anything were to happen to my parents. You know, I love them so much. Like, I thought my dad would be really upset that I encouraged him to cancel and that my mom encouraged him to cancel the trip, but he informed me yesterday that he's going to go like full Clark Griswold and decorate the house, which he always does. He was gonna go a little more on the minimal side with the lights this year, but I'm glad like now he's like, nah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it up real big. And by minimal, I mean like not minimal at all. He always does such a beautiful job. But he baked sugar cookies and biscotti cookies for me to decorate. It was like such a cool surprise. He bought icing and sprinkles and things, and I just got to like go to town decorating, and I had a lot of fun while him and Gerald watched football. So we had a really good weekend. I really like this tea. I never do a straight tea in the morning anymore, but I actually really like it. So the next couple days, this is probably what I'll have as my morning tea. I also got like a really sort of unique jasmine green tea in my advent calendar that I liked, and another straight green tea. So it's only been a week, And I don't know what all the other weeks are, you know, like I didn't look at any of the teas because I like to be surprised. And I like that it's been heavy on the green tea so far. I really enjoyed this first week of tea in my advent calendar. So I'm gonna finish this. Then I think I'm probably gonna get ready to head out to the post office. Ooh, I'm gonna make a coffee later. I'm excited for that. And then I'm just kind of prepping because tomorrow is going to be a film day. I'm going to film all day again. So I just want to set myself up for success. My next cup of tea will probably be from my advent calendar. So I'm excited for that. Or another one, because this one was also from there. But oh my God, look at that beautiful color. It's like golden. It's like liquid gold. All right, see you soon. So since that cherry vanilla is caffeine free, I'm not really in the mood for that right now, maybe a little later in the day. But right now I do want something that will help boost my energy. And what could be better than coffee? This was on sale the other day when we went to Whole Foods and we needed coffee. I didn't realize that it was gonna be pre-ground because we have a coffee grinder. Normally we like to do it ourselves. It's ground for espresso, so it's really like fine grounds. And usually we use a French press, but we also have a mocha pot. So to make this espresso roast, I'm gonna use the mocha pot. We had it yesterday and it was so good. Lisle is just so smooth and wonderful. And this is like the closest I've ever got to espresso at home when I make it in the mocha pot, like Gerald did the other day. So this guy just has this little like filter thing, and then this part you put water in. You want it lower than this, and you know what? I want even a little less because I do want it more concentrated. So then what you do is you put this guy in, then I'm gonna scoop some of those grounds in there. Don't want to use too much, but I think like with espresso, it has to be packed. You're actually supposed to like tamp it down. I don't know a whole lot about these mocha pot situations quite yet because we just haven't really got around to using it a whole lot, except for like when I try to recreate Starbucks drinks and things. So that should be good. If you're a coffee person watching this and I'm doing it wrong, I'm really sorry. I spent like literally years, like more than a year as a barista, so I should be more knowledgeable about this stuff, and I think I'm doing it right, but you know, as per my personal preference, this works. So then you screw this top on, you put this on your stove and heat it up, and what happens is the water will boil and get forced through those grounds, and it comes out this little hole here. So as it boils, this top compartment will fill up with our like espresso like coffee. Then once it's boiled and ready to go and there's coffee in there, I'm going to I kind of want to do it iced with condensed milk because I have some condensed milk on hand, and it's kind of like a Vietnamese iced coffee sort of thing. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, but I'll show you guys what I end up with. This is what we have. Then I have my cup. I put condensed milk in it. I like to spread it like up on the sides because it combines better when it's like not like just all pooled in the bottom, like it melts into the drink nicer with any like sauce or anything like that. So I kind of got it up the sides of the cup. I'm gonna pour my coffee in. I'm gonna do like a little at a time and mix it. Oh, this is gonna be so good. God, the Lisle coffee is amazing. Yeah, I worked at a small like family-owned Italian cafe. They were like brand new, just opening. Things went south though real fast over there. I have like nightmare stories. It turned out to be like the cafe from hell. My coworkers were amazing though, so I still keep in touch with some of them. But our boss had spent a lot of time in Italy, and he decided to serve Lavazza coffee when he opened like his Italian-inspired cafe. Yeah, see, look at that. It's still nice and dark. Oh, this is gonna be so good. I'm gonna put a couple ice cubes. But he decided to serve Lavazza because of the like brand recognition factor. But he thought more people where we live would recognize Lavazza over Illy. And he thought that the taste of Illy is too distinct, he said, and I had never tried it before, so I was like, huh, I wonder what that means. Sometimes when I say distinct, I mean like not for everybody, or like weird, or you know, things like that. Like in tea terms, like matcha has a really distinct taste, you know what I mean, like in that kind of context. So I you know, left that job, but I never tried it. But then Gerald and I just started going to this really good Italian deli near where we live, and I saw that they had canned things of Illy, like the little like single serve like pre-made cans, and I tried it and it was so good and smooth. I like a strong smooth coffee, like I love espresso, like a strong smooth, no acidity, like, you know, and Illy like is just delicious. So let's try it like this and see if it's as good as I'm imagining. It's so good. I wish it was a little colder, but that's on me, because I don't want to add too much ice, because again, I like it like really strong and concentrated. I love iced espresso though, so this is excellent. So good. I'm gonna be so hyper, I bet, after this though. On my way to the post office, there's one antique store. I always see like a thrift store antique kind of thing, but I've never been there. But today they had this ginormous sign that says, sale, we lost our lease, something like that. Like they're closing sale basically, that everything must go. So I was like, damn, like that's so sad. And like it just kind of broke my heart, like to, you know, for a second just think about all the businesses that have been affected by COVID. And I know it's like too little too late to go in and buy just like one small thing like after they already lost their lease, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna stop in and see if like I could just pick up, even if it's something small. I saw this little gazebo with snow on it, and I picked it up for my dad's Christmas village. It's Lefton, China, hand painted. Look at that. But my dad has like a collection of Christmas houses that he puts out every year, and I just thought this would make a really cute addition. I haven't been to a thrift store since before this even started, so it felt really good. It just felt good to go inside like a store like that and see old things again. During the time where the restrictions were like lifted a little, we went to different kinds of stores like TJ Maxx and things. But it felt really good to be like in an antique store. Like it was really fun. Even though it was like just me and I was there like 10 minutes, I still really enjoyed it. That was like a little adventure for my day. I don't go anywhere. I stay at home all the time and I love it. I love my home. It's literally like paradise for me. It has everything I love. It has a lot of tea. I'm good here. But it was like a different kind of fun thing. The rest of the day, I want to film like an overview of my first week of my Sips by Advent calendar. And it's going to be a little different than my normal videos, but I feel like that's kind of the point of uploading every day, is to like change things up, do things that are a little out of my comfort zone, a little different, you know, try new things. So that's my next order of business today, is to get that done. And it wouldn't be bad to take some Instagram photos as well, but I just want to enjoy my coffee, maybe have a sugar cookie and, you know, chill for a minute. And then I will jump right back into it and start working on that. All right, so I decided to take a couple pictures, and I made this CBD tea from Shoreline Teas. This is the High Tide. It's a black tea, and I can't remember what else is in it, but it's really nice, and it just like, it makes my body hurt a little less when I have CBD. Like when I feel tense, which is like all the time. I just carry like a lot of tension in my neck and shoulders, and this just helps me feel a little better. And I wanted a black tea for my pictures, like for the aesthetic So I picked this one and I have it in this peppermint mug. So next, I want to set up and film on here, like on a white background, with all the teas that I tried in my advent calendar this week, or with all the teas, because like there's some I didn't try, like I didn't try this one, but these are all of the 7 teas from this week. And I want to like set up my camera so it stays still, where I can just kind of like show it like this and just have like maybe my hands but not my face. Like I honestly think what happened last week is that I got a little too ambitious and just filmed too much at once. I love filming and I love trying tea and I love reviewing tea, but I've never like done it at this caliber before, like every single day. So I'm like, okay, I have to find a way to work harder and smarter, like not just harder, smarter as well. So that's sort of what I'm trying here. I'm gonna like go through each tea from the advent calendar this week and like lay it out and I guess say a couple words about it where I don't have to have like my face in it. So then that's a video for next week that will be taken care of. Hopefully I can come up with something cool. And I have tea to drink while I do it, so we are all good, and I'm gonna do that now. Really? Look at this shit. Look at this squirrel right by my door. Not even afraid. Look at him. Okay, I'm on my next cup of tea of the day, and it is that cherry vanilla from the advent calendar. I've had it steeping for a while, so I'm gonna go ahead and take out the infuser. It smells really good. I love cherry and vanilla. I don't ever drink like cherry vanilla teas though. I'm in my little office room. Whenever my husband works from home, he works in here. So that's why I don't like film in here a lot, because I feel like I always film these when he's home. But I am starting to edit this video. I know I'm gonna have a busy week because I'm filming tomorrow like a lot of videos, and then I'm obviously uploading every day, which I love. I'm having so much fun with this. I wish I could do this all the time. So who knows, maybe I'll up my frequency of uploads after this too. Like I know today is like the calm before the storm sort of thing. Like I'm thinking like, wow, I have so much time to do different things. But tomorrow I'm gonna like film a big batch of videos and then I'm gonna be editing a lot. But let's try this tea and see what we think. It's good, but the hibiscus is pretty strong. It's not as like cherry and vanilla-y as it smells, but it tastes pretty good. I understand why it has hibiscus. Like with the cherry, it needs that like hit of tartness or else it won't taste like cherry. But at the same time, like I wish you could have cherry without the hibiscus, because it seems like a lot of hibiscus. But I do love the color. Look at that. It has beetroot too. I didn't end up finishing my coffee. It was just too much for me, like too much caffeine, so I had to stop. And I put it in the fridge, and I'm thinking I could drink it hopefully tomorrow. Like this is a tea I wouldn't have chosen for myself. And I think that's the fun of having an advent calendar and having subscription boxes, really, because it picks things for you. Like it introduces you to things that you wouldn't normally pick for yourself. So, you know, this one's not my favorite, but out of all the other ones, I've really loved all those other teas. Like the advent calendar has been like 100% good so far. So if this one is not like my favorite, that's really okay. It tastes good. It's just heavy on the hibiscus, which is not usually my favorite. But it is dark out now. It's almost 5 o'clock. Gerald gets off work at 5 o'clock, but he doesn't get home for like an hour after that usually. My mom made vegetarian sloppy joes for us last night for dinner, and we have leftovers, so I don't have to cook anything. Even though I love to cook, I just, it's nice when I can just throw stuff in the microwave and be done with it. I'll probably have at least 1 or 2 more cups of tea today. Definitely something at night, but maybe something before that as well. My last tea for today is just going to be a real basic chamomile. And I have it in this cute purple tin from David's Tea, but then I put this picture of chamomile flowers and this little label here. And this is just plain, straight chamomile. Maybe a little bit boring, but for me it just makes me feel so like relaxed and warm and fuzzy before bed. So that is what we're going with. And I'm hoping to go to bed early tonight because I'm super sleepy. And to unwind, I like to play some Tetris on the computer. So while this guy steeps, I'm gonna do that. And I hope you guys enjoyed my tea I drink in a day video. Let me know what you had today. Cups of tea or coffee or whatever else you may have had. And I hope that you and your families are staying safe and healthy. I hope you're having a beautiful holiday season and a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.